Happy Thursday, my friends. It is May the 2nd, 2024. I've got a few NBA best bets for you and then also one inside the MLB. This is the free three. Let's dive into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks and plays of the day as we just try to get to the bag together and make some money. Yesterday, we had a winning day. That's how we needed to start off the month of May. 3-1 on the day, so close to the sweep. We got the MLB sweep, though, going 3-0 in our baseball plays. Cashing on the Reds' first 5 run line. That's why you take the half a run when they give it to you. Why? Because the Padres scored 2 runs. The Reds scored 1 at the top of the 5th inning. We tied. We got the win. That's why you love that. We also cashed on the Cubs money line, a 1-0 win. Shout out to the Cubs for throwing out Pete Alonso at the plate yesterday. We get that one done. And the Red Sox on the money line, no sweat bet there. You could have taken them on the run line as well. You would have cashed. Don't worry about it. Now, we did lose on our NBA bet of the day as the Mavs and the Clippers. We took Harden and Kyrie, both did 3 3-pointers. They didn't hit any 3-pointers. I think they both hit 1 apiece, like 1 or 7 from the 3-point line for both of the guys. So you can't be mad at it because the volume was there. I mean, 7 3-pointers from 2 All-Stars who've been scoring at a high rate. You expect them to hit 3 3-pointers, but hey, it happens. So 3-1 on the day yesterday. You can see our year-to-date record right here. Not too shabby. NBA, we kind of regressed a little bit pretty hard with the NBA playoffs. So my hope and goal is that we can turn this ship around, especially with how sharp the books are. I've got 2 best bets in the NBA today, so hopefully I can get us on the right track. And I also have an MLB winner. If you can, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. And guess what, guys? We are also now on your favorite podcasting platforms as well. So if you don't want to tap into the show on YouTube and see my ugly face, then you can just listen to me live on the podcast, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify Podcasts. Doesn't matter. We also have it on those platforms as well for you guys. So this way you can share it with as many people as possible. Let's get the word out there about best bets with the free 3. So this way we can continue to crush the sports books together. Now let's dive into these best bets for today. For my first best bet of the day, we're going to head to the MLB slate. Let's get this over with real fast. A lot of early games in the MLB. I'm not a big fan of this card, and you guys know I typically don't give you guys a lot of early games in MLB because I want you guys to have time to be able to put in the play. There's only one game that starts before 2 o'clock Eastern time today, so I gave you guys the best bet in that one, and we're going to go to the Guardians here, and we're going to go with the first 5 run line like we did yesterday. We're going to take the half a run, and we're going to get that at minus 125 odds. Now, this is just a matchup between 2 pitchers. Truthfully, I don't like either of these guys, but I do like Logan Allen a little bit better for the Guardians than I like Spencer Arrieta for the Houston Astros. And Logan Allen on the year is 3-1 with a 5.46 ERA, so that's not too bad, but we saw him in his last start against the Braves. Granted, it is the Braves, a team that's been crushing left-handed pitching left and right. He went 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits to go with 4 runs in that matchup. And then his start before that against the Oakland Athletics, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. So it's not the best of form here for Logan Allen. For me, it's more of a fade on Spencer Arrieta than it is a play on Logan Allen. One, the Houston Astros have not been hitting left-handed pitching that well, so that's why I also like the Guardians in this matchup. But the Guardians are hitting right-handed pitching well, and I just don't know if Spencer Arrieta is really ready for the major league level. In 3 starts thus far on the major league level, he's 0-3, so he hasn't picked up a win. 10.97 ERA. He's only had 1 start, actually surprisingly against the Braves, where he's given up less than 2 earned runs. So against the Braves, he gave up 2 earned runs. Against the Cubs in his last matchup, he gave up 4 earned runs to go with 1 home run in 3 2/3 innings. And then his first start on the major league level, 3 innings, 7 hits, 7 earned runs. So we just haven't seen anything just yet that's made me want to back him. Typically, when you have a rookie pitcher on the mound, you either get one side or the other. What I mean by that, they're actually doing really bad or they're doing really well before the scouting report has caught up to them. Well, here in this matchup, I like the Guardians. They like to play that small ball, which is what concerns me with Arrieta. He gave up 7 hits to the Cubs, 7 hits to the Royals, and that's what the Guardians are looking to do. They're not looking to hit a lot of home runs. They're literally looking to dink and dunk, steal bases, take advantage of bunts. They play the small game, and it works to their advantage. So for me, we don't need them to win the first 5. Just tie here. They did that yesterday with Justin Verlander on the mound, so we just want them to repeat the same performance today, give me the Guardians on the first 5 on the run line, as they have the better pitcher on the mound here, and they also are doing better against right-handed pitching compared to what the Astros are doing against left-handed pitching. For my second best bet of the day, we're going to head to the NBA card, and I'm not a big fan of that Pacers-Bucks game. I might have something live, or maybe I got to do a little bit more research to find a player prop there. So I'm just going to isolate this one to the Knicks and 76ers matchup, and I'm going to go against the trend here. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to go against the sharp money. Everybody right now in this matchup is on the under. We've literally seen the total been brought down from like 202, 203. Now on certain books is at 199.5. Well, guess what? I've been cold, so you might as well know I'm going to be a contrarian here. I'm going to go with the over 199.5 minus 110 odds. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Noble, why are you going to over here? This is the question I need to ask you. Who do you think wins this game? The Knicks had a chance to put away the 76ers in the last game, up by 6 with literally 15 seconds left to go in the game, and they blew that game in overtime. That is a gut-wrenching punch to this Knicks team. Now they have to go on the road to a hostile environment in Philadelphia and take on the 76ers team, who are inspired after winning that game. I don't know if the Knicks are able to overcome that gut-wrenching punch there and win this game on the road. And we also know that the owners for the 76ers, as well as Michael Rubin, they've been buying extra tickets, so this way Knicks fans don't fill up the stadium like they did last game. So for me, this is just a matchup where I think the 76ers stand a strong chance to win this game. They're favored by 2.5, 3.5 points on the books. And if that's the case, then the 76ers want this game to go over. If you've looked at the 2 games that the 76ers have won thus far in the series, both of those games have gone over. Meanwhile, the Knicks have wanted these games to go under. All the games that the Knicks have played and won have gone under, except for game 1, where they won that game 111-104, and that went over the 208.5 total. So literally thus far in this series, every game has gone over, under, over, under, over. So you should probably expect this game to go under based on the trend that we've been seeing. But for me, I think it goes over because the 76ers, to me, in this matchup have the advantage being at home, and they know with all the injuries that the Knicks have and the one-trick pony and Jalen Brunson, who literally has to score 45 points just for the Knicks to have a chance. And if they try to take him away, try to limit his ability to get to the free throw line, hit his shots, then they're going to want this game to go over. They just don't think that the Knicks have enough scoring to keep up with the 76ers. So for me, I'm just going to go over 199.5. We've seen the low totals in this series of 204, 204.5. Both of those games went over. Meanwhile, the higher totals of like 209, 206, those games went under. So I think that this line has just moved a little bit way too much here, even if we have a blowout. We saw that yesterday in the Celtics Heat game and the Mavs and Clippers game. Both of those games are blowouts. Both of those games went over. So for me, I just think the scrubs, even if they get in this game, whether the Knicks are up big, whether the Sixers are up big, can also push this thing over because of how low this total is. So for me, give me the over 199.5 as our second best bet of the day. Now, for our third best bet of the day, I'm going to also kind of lean towards the trend on the leaning towards the over. Or if the Knicks win this game, it's going to be because of Jalen Brunson, but it's also because the role players have stepped up. I spoke about this 2 days ago when we took Miles McBride's 3-pointers. He went over on that. But today we're going to go with Josh Hart, and we're going to go over 14.5 points, minus 105 odds here. Now, my analysis is simple. Jalen Brunson, we know what he's going to do. I also told you I lean towards the over. But if you think the Knicks are going to win this game, somebody else besides Jalen Brunson is going to have to score the ball. And that means that Josh Hart is probably going to have to step up. He's the second leading scorer right now on this Knicks team in this series, and he's gone over this total in 4 of the 5 games. In game 1, 22 points. Game 2, 21 points. He went on the road to the Sixers in game 3, 20 points. In game 4, he only had 4 points, but that was 0-7 shooting. He had a really dismal game there. And last game in 53 minutes, 18 points on 7 of 17 shooting. The volume is there for Josh Hart. He's literally averaging 14 field goal attempts per game, to go with 6 3-point attempts a game, to also go with 5 free throws. So for me, it's just an analysis here that if Jalen Brunson is double teamed, if they're trying to take him away, then there's somebody else on the Knicks are going to have to hit shots. We haven't seen Precious Achiuwa do too much. Maybe OG Anunoby steps up here. DiVincenzo can't hit at the side of a barn this series. So for me, it's going to be Josh Hart, a guy who's also scrappy on the offensive glass, which leads to extra possessions, easy putbacks, or also just getting to the free throw line. So it's a very low total for a guy who's flown over this total in 4 of the 5 games. I'm not overthinking it. Give me Josh Hart over 14.5 points as our last best bet of the day. Well, that's it for me, my friends, today. 3 best bets here on this small Thursday slate. Give me the Guardians on the first 5 on the run line. Take that half a run that they're giving us so we can get that tie insurance there. And then give me the Knicks and 76ers over 199.5. If you do want to lean towards the under, then I would advise you go the first half under, because we've seen a lot of these series yesterday with the Mavs and Clippers. They've gone under in the first half, but the second half is when the scoring picks up. So maybe if you want to take the under, maybe look at the first half angle on that one. And then also we're going to go Josh Hart over 14.5 points as our third and final best bet of the day. For more picks and plays and angles that I'm going to be dropping throughout the day, click the link in the description, join the free Discord group. I got you. And if you want my nerf review of the day, it's also posted on my Twitter channel at Noble Living. We got you guys as well. As always, get to that cheddar, dictate your fate, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, guys.